One of the funniest guys I have ever heard, and without a doubt, the best at impressions I've ever heard. Mr. Frank Caliendo is with us. Frank, how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, guys. How are you?
Oh, we're
I like to start out as awkward as possible, and I think we nailed it.
I believe we did. We started out really awkward 28 years ago, and we're still sitting here, Frank.
Very good.
Not too bad. Well, I tell you, we are really excited coming to the Union Colony Civic Center in September, the live Frank tour. How much fun is it to get out there and do this, Frank?
I always have fun because just the immediate reaction from the audience and stuff like that, and some of the impressions that people have heard and some of the stuff that people haven't heard. It's a great mix. It's funny because people are expecting lots of the sports impressions, the John Madden. I mean, you think of all the things you can do and all the things that you don't do, and between those two sets of things, boom! I mean, that's pretty much everything. But it's fun because early on, what I used to do a lot of John Madden, and with him having retired basically from most of the football stuff. What I used to do was explain all the jokes as John Madden. Now with him retired, what I do is I don't do that anymore. I narrate the jokes as Morgan Freeman. So if somebody doesn't get a joke, I come back with them, and that's when the audience realized that Frank Caliendo had no idea what he was talking about.
Now, you have to be thrilled that Donald Trump has jumped into the presidential race.
Let me just say this, guys. It's the most amazing presidential campaign in the history of Western civilization. I'm going to win. I'm going to get votes from people all over the world. He is amazing, isn't he? The stuff he will say, and listen, I don't care where people are politically. It doesn't matter to me, but it's funny because he'll say something that might be construed as intelligent, and then he'll say the complete opposite 3 seconds later. The John McCain stuff makes me laugh, just because it's so. I like people who haven't been captured. That to me was the craziest. I mean, and he says things. I don't want to look. It's weird because anytime you get political stuff, you make half the audience mad. But it's funny to me that he just digs the hole deeper no matter what he says. He'll never say I was wrong. He'll just say, well, they deserved it. They're not as great as I
am. We are visiting with Frank Caliendo, who keeps coming up with these great impressions, which is, have you ever had somebody get mad at you for doing their impression?
Well, originally John Madden didn't like me, and after I met him at the Super Bowl a few years ago, it was in Dallas at the Four Seasons Hotel. The area, the venue's not really that important. I just want you to know the kind of place I'll stay at. And so he's standing in the lobby, and Jimmy Johnson, football coach, not the race car driver, standing next to him, goes, I'm like, Jimmy, can you believe I'm standing this close to John Madden? He's like, what? Yeah, met him. Taps Madden on the shoulder. Madden turns like, what is it, Jim? Oh! And the look on his face when he saw me was like when Shaggy and Scooby would pop out of the barrel, like, zoink, like, hey, Scoob, like, let's get out of here. So I made his grandkids laugh, and that's when a light bulb went on in his head, like, I get it now. This guy makes small children laugh. He's a saint, kind of like Drew Brees. He's only second to Brett Favre when you think about it. Maybe Peyton Manning. I mean, that's the third. I mean, Peyton Manning, boom. I mean, you ever hear Madden see the sentence halfway through? It's like, kind of like Cookie Monster. And now people are like, John Gruden is the new John Madden. I'm like, no. John Gruden is the opposite of John Madden. John Madden would tell you things you already know. Madden would say things like, hey, that guy's got mud on his jersey. And then he'd explain how you make mud, right? Gruden's actually more like Dennis Miller. If you remember, Dennis Miller did Monday Night Football for a little bit.
Absolutely.
But the difference between Gruden and Dennis Miller is Dennis Miller would have references that he knew. Gruden works through them, almost like he's on. Remember when Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was big, and people would sit there and they'd work through the sentences or through the answers.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what Gruden's like. He does it with Mike Tirico, his partner. He'll be like, "I'll tell you what, man, that play right there, that play was magical, man. I wonder if he went to school to learn to play like that. What was the name of that school Harry Potter went through, Mike? Hogwarts. I'll tell you what, man. I don't care if you're Minerva, McGonagall, Albus Dumbledore, or Severus Snape. You're Harry Potter. You're pretty good at the game of Quidditch, man."
Are you ever able to sleep, or does your brain keep you up all night, Frank?
Oh, trust me, I sleep a lot.
Okay, all right.
My brain is. I don't know. I've been on the road a lot lately, and before I come out by you guys, I get a little bit of a break, which is good. But I've been traveling so much that I'm actually. I don't know what my brain seems to be working this morning pretty well, but I need a little bit of a break, and I'm looking forward to it. And once football season usually starts to hit, we're right there at the beginning of football season. That's when people are energized and really looking forward to a lot of the stuff that I do. So,
well, we are so happy that it's just 2 weeks from football and life begins once again for us. And you're going to be here week 2 of the NFL season, so this is a perfect time to kick things off. And again, you can get ticket information at K99.com, at UCStars.com. Union Colony Civic Center will be the place Saturday, September 19th. You get to see this guy live on stage, Frank Caliendo. Frank, it's been an absolute treat to get to talk to you. I've been watching you on TV and laughing at you for years, and really, really look forward to get a chance to meet you when you get to town, man.
Sounds great. I appreciate it, guys.
Hey, absolutely. Frank Caliendo with us on K99. Get all the info on his show in September in Greeley at K99.com.